Good morning. Good morning, YouTube family. Ooh, it's such that's a good song. Yeah, good morning. It's been a few days, hasn't it? Ooh, it's chilly today. My goodness. I just got a sweatshirt on because I am crazy. Crazy like that. Good morning, Tamby. I'm just backing out of my garage. So, Tamby, what'd you think about the fact that we got even more snow? I'm trying to back up my car. Give me 1 second. Are you running after me? Are you running after me? Are you going to the gym? Oh, that's right. Look at, okay, we'll see you later. Have fun. He's been like really working on getting weight off. Going and working out, trying to eat better. He's meeting with for a consultation today. That's like it's like a free benefit from in our house. None of us are skinny people. I'm kind of fat and happy. I've kind of just resigned to the fact that I'm never going to be a skinny girl and I'm just going to enjoy life. But, you know, I am eating better. And I have been since about the first of the year. But the last couple days we've eaten terrible. We had pizza yesterday. The day before that we had like this lasagna thing that I made. And before that we had like this amazing beef stew that Rick made. And then before that I made clam chowder, like all the stuff we shouldn't be eating, but it's so good. You know, at this time of the year when you're just like, come on, spring, come on. I don't know about you guys, but I started doing a lot of comfort eating at this time of the year. I'm sure the lack of sunlight too has something to do with that. I forgot to bring my water with me. Dang, nabbit. Oh well. You're cooking keto? We tried doing the keto diet, and I don't know, I have a hard time not eating bread and pasta and potatoes. So I had a tough time with that. This morning I watched kind of an interesting video. It was Casey Neistat from YouTube. He's kind of a famous YouTuber. If you don't know who he is, he makes great videos. He's a great storyteller. He's somebody who I inspire to be. That I aspire to be. I want to be a storyteller like Casey is. And he talks about in his videos. He talks a lot about life. He just talks about life, but he does it in such a way that it's very entertaining and amazing. And yeah, I just love him. But today he was talking about this New York Times article where this millionaire was talking about how miserable he is. And after he read the article, he went and tweeted the article on Twitter, and all of his or a lot of his subscribers on Twitter like started saying things like, oh, boo-hoo, you know, boo-hoo, the millionaire's miserable, you know. And then those people were getting feedback saying, hey, you know, have some sympathy. Just because somebody's a millionaire doesn't mean that they experience happiness 24/7. And he broke down the difference between poor people miserable and rich people miserable. You know, like when you are poor, you tend to concentrate on survival, right? You're like how am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to, I am too, Tammy. Well, I'm not poor, but I'm clearly not rich. I'm just somewhere in the middle there. But when you're poor, you think about, like, how am I going to make rent? How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to clothe my family? How am I going to put gas in my car so I can get to work? Or how can I afford a bus pass? You think about all those survival things. And when you're thinking about that, your first thought is, if only I was rich, if only I had the money. So money becomes like the focus of your happiness, or like the solution to your happiness is that if only I had a little bit more money, and I was in a little bit better position, my life would be so much easier to handle and so much better. And when you're rich, you start thinking about other things become your priority. Good morning, Jim. Like, when you're rich, you start thinking about fulfillment, and you start thinking about happiness, love. Other things take priority over those survival things, right? So you're in a very different place. Now, this guy who was being interviewed as being the millionaire who was miserable, was talking about how he is stuck in a job, or he's working a job that doesn't bring him any kind of fulfillment. He feels like it is completely and totally meaningless, that his work is meaningless. It's doing nothing for anybody. I think he works in hedge funds, so his job is like looking at, little tiny tenths of a point and, trying to raise it and calling that a victory. And he just seemed like he was miserable because he just doesn't feel like his job means anything. And that's affected all the other aspects of his life, his love life and what have you, his general overall happiness. Jim, it is not spring yet. In fact, we got more snow. I don't know if you guys got more snow up there, but we got more snow down here yesterday. Got another maybe quarter of an inch. No, it's more than a quarter of an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch of snow. So all the dirty snow is covered, so that's nice. But yeah, I'm kind of done with this already. Yeah, Tammy, I know that you are the coupon queen. In fact, Chrissy and I were like at Walmart a couple weeks ago. We were looking at some product, and I'm like, that's kind of expensive. And Chrissy turns to me and says, "Call Tammy. I'm sure she's got a coupon for it." And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Hi, Tammy. How are you? I'm doing good. Yeah. So, anyways. What I was talking about, Tammy, since you just, joined in, is that I was watching a Casey Neistat video today where he was talking about the difference between poor people and what they see as being the key to happiness, and rich people and what they see as the key to happiness. And, what Casey was saying in the video is that poor people tend to put more emphasis on the things that help to contribute to their survival, like their rent money, food, clothing, a place to stay, a roof over their heads, And if anybody knows about that part, it would be you, Tommy. I mean, you could really chime in and talk about that, because there's been situations lately that I know that where you've been like, holy crap, where am I going to go? How am I going to feed myself? How am I going to feed the people I love? How am I going to do this, And that's kind of how all poor people are. They just think, if only I had a little bit more money or a lot more money, I'd be happy. I'd be able to do these things that I need to do in order to survive. Whereas a rich person is more like, I just want fulfillment in life. I just want to be happy. I just want to I mean, I think that's why you see a lot of rich people turn to drugs, like, high cost drugs, like really good cocaine and really good heroin, and not that any of that is really good, but you know what I mean. Not the cheapo tar on the street stuff, but the really expensive stuff. Or why they get hooked on like pain meds and all that kind of stuff, because they have this empty hole in their hearts, and they just don't know what to do with that, Hey, Katie and Melissa. So, I've been in both places. I've been eating off of gold plates and eating food out of garbage cans in my life. I've done both, and right now I'm very happy to be in a place where I am not rich. I don't make a lot of money. My husband makes a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money. I don't have to make a lot of money because my husband makes a lot of money, which is just a blessing in and of itself. I don't have to, I'm very lucky, I don't have to work really hard anymore. Although I do work hard. That's not true. I don't have to work full time. Let's just put it that way. In my part-time work at work, though, I work very hard. But I enjoy what I do. It's a very physical job, and a mental job too. And I get to meet a lot of people, and I'm just really happy. I'm really, really happy. My life is really good right now. But I know that in an instant, things could change. My mittens, I never wear mittens. And I have a hood on my hoodie here. You're gonna very rarely see me in a quote unquote winter jacket. You'll very rarely see me wearing gloves, and you're very rarely gonna see me wearing like a actual like toque type hat, like a toboggan type hat. I just don't. I don't know why. Because I've my whole life I've had a problem with overheating. So that's why I don't wear mittens and hats. It's not that I don't have them. I do have them. I just never wear them. Because I'm too badass for that. Are you kidding me? I'm badass, yeah. That's funny. Oh. Tamby knows me. Tamby, you see Tamby talking in here? She's like my big sister from another mister. She's like family to me. Her younger brother, Darwin, who she calls Skip, is one of my very closest friends in the entire world, like to the point where I think of him as my brother, like family. So Tamby's family too, and I love her so much. She has 700 grandchildren, and they're all boys. Okay, maybe not 700, but she has a lot. I don't even know. Is it 9? I think. She has a lot. She has a lot of grandkids, man. And they're all adorable. Oh my God, they're all so adorable. And she brings them to our house for trick-or-treating. And I just love her grandkids. Who are more like her own kids, really. So she's another person who can talk to you about what it is to be poor and having to go from paycheck to paycheck, to having to go on to disability, to rely on the government for a check, which makes it super hard when things like government shut down. I don't know, I lost you guys for a second there, dang it. Oh, 10 grandson, and a number 11 is on the way. Maybe that'll be a girl. Maybe that'll be a girl. That would be so awesome. Oh, and oh my God, would she be spoiled? And she would be like protected like no other girl has been protected before. Heaven help the man that would screw around with a granddaughter of Tamby. Let me tell you, that would be a bad day in hell right there. Are there any good days in hell? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, you can talk, Tambi, you know what it's like. I've never been that poor, thank the Lord. I've been blessed in my life. I've been free cheese, free milk, food stamp poor, but I've never been without a roof over my head, surviving that way. But one of the things my parents did, I mean, even when we were at our poorest, when things were really rough, where we were like literally on the verge of losing the house, my mom and dad never let my brothers and I know that was our situation. I didn't learn about that until I was in high school. I didn't learn about how close we were to like being homeless until high school, because my parents didn't let us know that we were poor. They did. I can't even begin to tell you what they sacrificed just to make sure that my brothers and I were okay. And you're right, Tommy. It is very humbling. And I think that's kind of been the driving force behind me trying to always do the best that I can in life with the gifts that God has given me, because I feel like I owe it to my parents, because they sacrificed so much for me and for my brothers, My mom is like the sweetest person on the planet. She'd give you the shirt off her back. I mean, she literally would give you the shirt off her back. I'm not just saying that. She would, to make sure that somebody who was in need could be a bit more comfortable. She's just, oh, my mom is so amazing. I didn't think that when I was a teen, though, and she was always going, nah, 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 to me, But I know now, looking back on it, she was just looking out for me, looking out for my interests, trying to keep me alive when I was going through my crazy teenage years. Oh, your mom was like that, too? Yeah, I was very blessed with an amazing mom. And the other day I was talking to my mom, and I'm like, man, Mom, there are a couple things that you have done for me that I don't know that I've ever said thank you for. And the first thing that I thanked her for was the sense of humor that she gave me. She instilled in me a sense of humor that allows me to be very approachable to people, and has given me the ability to put people at ease when I'm talking to them. And that is such a gift that she gave me, and it's something that I use every day. And the other thing that she gave me that I thanked her for was my insatiable curiosity for everything in the world. I am in a constant state of learning. I'm never satisfied with not learning something new every day. And she also instilled in me this sense of listening to my elders and appreciating the wisdom that they have, because they've lived more life than me, And even when my elders are wrong, it means that it's wrong for me, not necessarily wrong for them or wrong what they did. And having that understanding makes me a lot more forgiving. And, these are all things that my mom instilled in me, and I appreciate that so much. The other thing that my parents instilled in me is that you never, ever, ever judge people. You can be mad at a particular thing that somebody is doing, and you can call them out on it, but never do that from a sense that it makes you feel better about who you are. You can only do that when you have an only help attitude, I've known lots of people who in their lives have been very critical of other people, but they did it because they felt like it made them feel better about themselves because they were saying to themselves, well, at least I'm not like that. You know what I mean? And if you've got that attitude going into trying to tell somebody, hey, you need to change your life, you need to do something with your life, you better be doing it from a place of love, not a place of judgment. You know, that is like really, really important. Patience. Oh, patience. Patience is not something that I was given. But patience is so important, isn't it? I mean, especially if you have 10 grandchildren with the 11th on the way. And Tammy isn't much older than me. Oh, Tammy, you are awesome. Do they know if the 11th child is a girl or a boy yet? Or is it too soon to tell? That would be so exciting if it was a girl. Oh my gosh. Not that a boy would be bad though. You know, as long as the child is healthy, you know, who cares if it's a boy or girl? Yeah. I don't have any kids, but I often thought, if I did want a child, would I want a boy or would I want a girl? And I always came up with, I'd probably want a boy, just because I think if I had a girl, I would be so over the top mental protective that she'd end up resenting me for the rest of my life. I'd be like chasing boys around with shotguns. Oh, it would be terrible. I'd be in jail all the time. You think I'm kidding? I ain't. Ask my goddaughter Amanda. Every one of her boyfriends has met one of my guns. and a nice open threat that if you hurt my goddaughter, I will kill you. I will put you on the barbecue and burn you up. I know that's it's a little extreme, but you know what? It weeded out all the bad ones right away. 87, hi. Tammy, are you going to share? You're going to share your grandchildren with me? I think it would be fun to be I never had the urge to be a parent, but I think it would be really fun to be a grandparent. Like I'm really hoping that someday Devontae gets married and decides that he wants to be a father and that he has a little baby. That would be so amazing, and that child would be so spoiled. Oh my God. I would have to like rein in what I would do for that kid. You need a break. Yeah, well, I can appreciate that. I'm not sure that I have anything to offer young boys except for maybe playing video games with them. That's something I could do. Or if I ever decide to build my bus, to get a bus and build an RV, I could invite all the boys over, Tamby, and they could help me do the demolishing of the bus. I think they would have fun with that, tearing it up. All right, guys, I'm at work. I'm pulling up to the red wall. I'll show you. Here's the alley. And here is the red wall. Ooh, I'm going up on the curb, going up on the snowbank. Yay, four-wheel drive. It's very important. So, you guys have a great day.